The simple task of making a sandwich seems fairly routine to the average person, I guess. But believe it or not, there are hundreds of kids each and every day who go to school in Medicine Hat without one of these. That's why a pair of local community groups are doing their part to send hunger packing.
14 volunteers here today that are here to assemble lunches, and a lot of our volunteers, they're coming in here weekly, some of them bi-weekly, on a regular basis to make lunches for kids who don't have any in our city.
It's too bad that there are kids that do need those lunches, but I think if all of us didn't eat for 12 hours and then tried to do some things and tried to think, just think how you would be. And if you have children coming to school that haven't had maybe breakfast and they don't have lunch, how good are they going to do?
And that would be called the lunch program, which has only been up and running since the start of 2013.
Jim from the food bank and myself, we got together and we said, what can we be doing for kids in our city? And we, Jim's got the food side of things covered, and I said, well, we've got the facility side covered.
Kind of thought we were going to do a pilot project with 4 schools, but then another school would ask, and I'd say, we can make that work, and another school would ask. And
not really knowing what we were doing, we visited the Brown Bag lunch program in Calgary to get a little bit more input direction, and from there we set a start date of January 14.
So now we're up to 8.
One of those schools on board is Southview, and the response has been overwhelming.
We just thought it was a good fit for our school, and we started to look at the plans, and there were some growing pains for the first few weeks, but after that it really evolved well.
We started on January 14th with 1 school, and from there we added consecutively 1 school a week until after 4 weeks.
And we're very excited in the district. I think there's about 13 or 14 schools that will be jumping on board for the fall.
So, how does it work?
Send a notice home to parents, and it goes to every child in the school.
The numbers will vary depending on the school.
In total, we have about 50 to 55 students that have signed up. Not every day are those numbers going down for lunches, but I would say consistently probably about 35 to 40 kids.
If a school needs, for example, 30 lunches, we'll make 30 sandwiches here. Half of them will be pea butter and jam, half of them will be meat and cheese.
We thought in the beginning that we might be having students coming down and complaining that they don't like that sandwich or they don't like this snack, and that hasn't happened. They've been very appreciative.
Sobeys, they bake the bread fresh daily. They sell it to the program half price. Deerview Meats makes a custom salami for the program. The Medicine Hat Real Estate Board has chipped in money United Way.
So we have 1 crew does sandwiches and 1 crew does the fruit, or not the fruit, but the vegetables, and they're tremendously efficient. We can do 250 lunches in an hour.
I'm rounding up here, 250 lunches going out a day.
And how much does a project like this cost to run?
I'm looking at next year, if we have more schools coming on board, it looks like it could be about $100,000 a year program for us.
What's in it for the church? For us, I kind of go, there's not a whole lot of anything in it for us.
And then some of the other students that are enrolled are really to help some of our families out.
We can be here to join in with what's happening, supporting it. Everybody wins as far as I'm concerned.
There's some families that are working. There's some single parent families that this is really a bonus to them, that they may not have to pack a lunch the night before.
If nothing else, if nothing else extra happens, you're going to see the grade point averages go up, and that just is a win-win for our whole community.
That was number 1 priority for us when we were setting it up.
For Go Southern Alberta, I'm Dave Dawson.